Got my partner right here, stand up dude side of dude I met in Bloody Beaumont. You know, he did just like me, did over 15 years. Matter of fact, he the one I had wrote a book. He the one that really made me put my book out. I'll never forget. He had just put some books out with the dude Cash, huh?
Correct. That is
Yeah.
very correct.
And you was like, man, he taking manuscripts. And I told you, you might not remember, but I remember telling you just like that. I say, bro, Jay-Z my favorite rapper. You like, what that mean? I say, man, whatever I do, man, I got to be a CEO. And I went searching stuff how I can put my book out, but you showed me the lady in the magazine. But
I
Rob
did.
already had all 3 books out. So, let the people know where you grew up at. What part of New Orleans you from?
I'm from out the Melph Project. Y'all know that's from Uptown, Third Wall. I'm from off Martin Luther King side. Grew up, born and raised uptown from the 13th to the Third Wall. But y'all know I'm New Orleans. I'm all over. Shout out to everybody in the city. That's where I'm from. A lot of my stories, that's where they based from, uptown. Um, a lot of it is real authentic, but we have to put fiction into it, to protect the innocence, as they say. But yeah, man, that's where I grew up. You know what I'm saying? Hustling,
So,
everything else, in between.
the name of your first 3 books is Caught Up in the Life. That's the first series you wrote, huh?
Yeah, so look, here you go right here. This my first, this my first book I ever wrote right here. As y'all can see, Caught Up in the Life. But I'm doing it reloaded. I'm working on it right now. Hold on, I'm trying to put it on there for y'all. So y'all can see it. That's
So,
the cover. I don't know if y'all be able to see it, though. Let me back up a little bit. But that's the cover of it. I'm trying to get it in there. It's on the camera. So that's the cover. That's what it's looking like. So all of it's gonna be reloaded
so
for
why
y'all that's
why
not
you
on
doing
me.
reloaded books?
Well, because it's been a while since I had my rights back. And that's another thing about going and getting on with people. Like he said, he wanted to be CEO.
Yeah.
I just was trying to get an opportunity. I had been down 15 years. I just needed to, get my name out there. I've been writing and writing and writing. So the opportunity presented itself, so I took it. But when you go that route, know that it's going to be a legal struggle because they own your rights, especially your publishing rights.
So
For me, it's
Lockdown Productions, that's the name of this company. So Lockdown Production don't own none of the stuff no more.
no. So what happened was I just talked to dude recently, right? So this another thing. That's why I'm about to give y'all the spiel for all y'all that's trying to get on with these companies. It's just like the rap game. They own your publishing. You understand? They own your rights. You understand? After 6, 7 years, you'll get them back automatically. But I was just gonna go ahead and do mine anyway because dude wasn't sending me no royalties, so he violated the contract anyway. But I had talked to him. He was like, "Man, I ain't gonna stand in the way." Everything worked out for him. I worked out for me, but he was just like, "You have to change the cover." And when you're dealing with Amazon and you doing your books, you got to put reloaded and change the cover. So that's
This is
just a
what I'm
little
gonna ask you about
backstory.
your Caught Up in the Life. The main character of your book name is Keith, right?
The main character is his wife Chantel. Well, him and Chantel. I got two
No,
main
I'm talking about
characters.
the man, the male is Keith.
Oh yeah, the dude name is Keith.
All right, this is what I want to ask you about that because I thought about it. Don't they did they have a major dude I always heard about the Melph that played football? Ain't his name Keith?
His
Keith
name
James?
Key Hunter. Correct.
No,
Key
no,
Hunter.
not Keith Hunter. The other one.
Not Key Hunter. Oh no, yeah, Key James. My
Keith
bad.
James. So
Yeah, Key James.
I always did heard about him, through the football. They told me he was a major player, and it was like when before he got arrested or whatever. I really don't know. But they later doing the war with the Melph and I think the Magnolia. It like the Melph was winning due to he had so much bread. He was supplying like they couldn't touch it. So this is what I'm about to ask you. Due to he was a major player, that's why you named the person like Keith, even though the book ain't about him. You know what I mean? But that's why you named that character Keith.
Well, the backstory is really out the Calio, and I did it because my dad, Ulysses Tanner, he was a big time drug dealer in the Calio back in
So,
the 60s and the 70s.
Oh, you talking
So what I did,
um,
Fat Tanner, red
yeah, yeah.
skinned, yeah. So I did it based around that, and I had to change the name. So really, Keith is his backdrop story. He really got
Oh,
killed in the penitentiary. They stabbed him up in Angola, and they killed him. But he was running the Calio from the 60s to the 70s, and when he came home in the 80s, he went back to the penitentiary in the 90s. They got the Calio Chronicles on him.
yeah. So
He
you say Fat Tanner is your dad?
that is my dad.
Man, you never told. I never knew that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my
he
dad.
did the full time
I
having
don't.
fun from New York,
Yeah, that's my daddy though.
and that's crazy.
No, but I'm
I
up.
never knew that.
But but the thing is though, my sisters, they from out the Cali, yo. I grew up
Yeah,
in the Melph with my auntie.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My mama was from out the Magnolia, but she had moved in the east, moved in the 13th. Out the Magnolia from the 13th, my mama moved in the east. You know what I'm saying? But I grew up in the Melph with my cousins, my auntie, God bless the day, Rising Vans. My other cousin Bubba got killed, you know what I'm saying, in the project too. But yeah, my daddy, Fat Tanny, he out the Cali.
So, with people knowing that your books is like a direct line from Fat Tanner, that's like, cause like when I heard about dude, I'm like he was a major player and he didn't want to get down with the other side of the project. Say his dope was so good. They're like, man, you
And
don't you putting that fire dope out shit. You gotta get the dope from us. That's why they like to put him down. I heard his
well, see
sister
what
was
happened
on
was,
something like that.
yeah, they had actually when he got into it with Sam Scully and them, it was because he didn't want to put them down with the connect. He was
Yeah,
actually getting the dope and stuff from Frank Lucas.
yeah.
And that was the truth. Well, he was plugged in with Frank Lucas' wife,
All right.
and she was, married to Frank. So my daddy was getting the dope from him. You know what I'm
All right.
saying? And so he didn't want to turn them on. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't fuck with them, with whatever their supply was. You know, he was back of town.
Yeah,
He was taking care of everything back of town.
yeah,
And Scully and his brothers and all them, Pee Wee and all them was front of town.
yeah.
I think I'm saying that right.
Yeah, that's right.
It was either way. It was either way, but he didn't
Thank
want
you,
to get
bro.
down. So they wind up shooting him. He wind up shooting one of them in their face. You know what I'm saying? Um, but definitely he had went to the penitentiary and he got stabbed up and they killed him. But Tyreek, that was my little nephew, the one they killed. He got killed in the Calio too. His mama named Diane.
All right.
He used to have he used to drive on. He used to have a motorbike and he had the different color Impala. But that was a whole nother story why they killed him. But definitely, yeah, that's my daddy. So, I take from his story and I take from other people's story, even my own little life story, and I add it into my book. Again, like I said, I have to make it fiction, because
They,
that's just how I roll. You know what I
they
mean?
don't know it's fiction because I think in the book you got keep getting like 25,000 keys. That's correct.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Because I was
Well, I
telling you, I
got
was
that.
like,
I got that part. That part I took from Glenn Mitz, another major player out of Cali. I went and researched they, they, their history and seeing how they was getting it from Texas and
yeah, I remember
you
you.
know,
I remember you was reading that case. I did time with that, but for 25, I said 25,000. That's what you put. Because remember I told you, I said, bro, nobody was getting no 25,000. You know what I'm saying? Even 2,500. Like that's a lot. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Especially
yeah,
when
yeah,
you
facts. Yeah, so I might have meant to say 2,500 or something like that.
really
It just
250
went over
would have
the
been
top.
good because Glenn wasn't even getting that. Like,
But Richard was getting that like that though. After
yeah,
Glenn left.
Richard, that's a whole nother level right there. So what about your other book that you wrote about the rapper?
That one there. Now here go that one right here.
Yeah, show that book there.
This book right here is The Streets Never Let Go. Let me put on some more light. Hold on. Now that's better. So this book right here
Yeah.
is The Streets Never Let Go. That one is dedicated to Soldier Slim. I'm gonna do that reloaded too, but is I'm gonna change the name to Soldier for Life. Now this book here was based around Soldier Slim. If you from New Orleans, everybody knows Soldier Slim held it down for the Magnolia. So unfortunately I took all his rhymes and everything, his life, and put it into 3
The book.
books. But I'm gonna put out the 4th one.
I remember you was listening to Soulja Slim, you listen to all the songs, you doing the research, you come asking me about what year he went there and go, what Paris, when he was in Paris. You did a lot of research though.
Well, see, I try to when I do that, I try to do much as research as possible because I don't really be wanting to fabricate too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, when people go and really be like, man, it's a true story, yeah. But again, some things you have to do as fiction.
Yeah. It's really,
You know what I'm saying?
you just taking like certain things just to give a person that know like, all right, he did one thing going. Okay, he did had a concert over here. Just a few
Right.
little things just to line up with it. But we always, as an author, you definitely won't make it official because you're trying to sell this like this persona, this dream. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to make it
Right.
true because you got to put action in it. You got to put romance in it, your ups and downs in the book. So what else you had got? That's 4 books right there. Do you wrote nothing new since you've been
Yeah,
out?
so no. In my other book, I had it, but I gave it away. I got one coming, and I just took it out. It's called "Violating Our Trust." Now that one there was on my label too. Was on Robert Bastiste Productions. So what happened with that one was I didn't know too much about the game when I first came on. So when Amazon, you upload your book to Amazon and you don't have an ISBN number, when it was in Bloody Beaumont, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This ain't nothing been but love, you know what I mean?
And
So
look, you gotta
for
put blood on. You gotta put blood on it because I had to run. I had to run in the TV room and really use my strength, holding your own, trying to press the,
oh
the,
yeah,
the knife
yeah.
and hold me
Say,
on neck.
you remember that?
Hold me like, man, don't let
Say,
him stab me. Don't let him stab me. I'm like, Rob, you're about to
say,
go home, man.
say. But I ain't lie. At the end, that's what I was trying to tell dude. I had that fight with Richard. I had that fight with the Lamigo. You
Yeah,
understand? But see, dudes will play on you when you time for you to go home.
said
But
nothing.
see,
That's facts.
Jersey, the reason why I had did him like that, because I didn't like what he did to the dude from Mississippi. Remember
Yeah,
the dude that was on the K2 and he went and grabbed the stick for the man because they seen the video and seen the dude get slapped around and all that.
yeah.
So you feel dude, you know what I'm saying? You could do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And the dude, the only reason why I told the dude he had to go check in is because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want him to crash the car. You know what I'm saying? And they let him make it on the strength of me. But for Jersey, you ain't did that to nobody else. So
yeah.
guess what? When I went to the lieutenant and said, everybody know how this go. If you checking somebody in, the lieutenant gonna come to you and be like, yo, why he gotta go in? What's going on? It ain't that a nigga rag. It's just that at the end of the day, listen, when that man come to me and say, you checking this man in, what's going on? I'm gonna tell him, hey man, he getting in the way. He about to crash us out. He did this, he did that, he did this. But Jersey come back, he don't tell me. He told it to Gula. He
Said
ain't think
nothing.
Gula was gonna tell him. So when Gula told me, I'm a real nigga. I've been out 14 years. I'm about to let you play with my name.
I
Man,
was
listen.
gonna say.
I ain't about to let you play with my name, man. When I put them boots on, I push that TV room on, hit that nigga about a 3-4 piece and up that knife. Man, if it wasn't for what you call it, I'd have hit him all in his face with that junk.
Yeah.
At all. But
See,
you can't put me out there like that neither. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this a long time.
so
You know
y'all
what I'm
see
saying?
my
So
man
for
Rob,
me,
he got the books. Y'all go get the books. Y'all see y'all the Melph. Y'all just heard. Only reason he ain't stab dude cause somebody else, and then like I said, me, I had to use my strength and look him in his eye. You know what I'm saying? That was your second fan being too, huh?
yeah, that was my second favorite bit. I did
Yeah.
8.5 the first time.
So he stood up to he's just like me. He stood up in the feds twice, and you ain't gonna find too many. I did 20 years in the feds altogether. A lot of them dudes be rats. He can tell you. So when you can find somebody that went to the feds twice, I know a few, but it ain't that many. Them dudes be telling.
Facts.
And I'm gonna tell you
That's
what I'm talking
facts.
about the feds. When a person say a nigga hot in the feds, that don't mean they took this thing. And they be like, oh, sometimes be like, what a proof at? Them 302 phones, they be hard to get. Y'all caught my partner,
Yeah, man. Say,
Robert
listen,
Bastiste.
man. Put it down for me in Houston, man. I'm coming. I'm Houston. I'm coming near y'all, man. Shout out to that St. Bernard. Shout out to that Melph. Shout out to Uptown, Downtown. Y'all already know this your boy Robert Bastiste. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok for sure, BookTok for sure, Facebook. Man, y'all go support us, man. The book's coming. Violated Our Trust Reloaded coming at the end of this month, probably around the 27th. Man, I love y'all. Peace. Nook, thank you for having me, my nigga.
All right, cool.